Do you ever ponder about the impact of social media on students? Well, some Canadian school boards have, and they're taking action. In a bold move, 4 major school boards in Canada have gone toe-to-toe with the social media titans: Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. Their contention: that these platforms are not merely addictive, but also disrupt students' learning and negatively impact mental health. They have compiled a robust case and are seeking a staggering $2.9 billion in damages. Their argument hinges on the claim that these platforms, rather than aiding in education and connectivity, are causing harm. The boards argue that prolonged exposure to these platforms can lead to anxiety, depression, and an overall negative impact on the mental health of young people. It's a significant case that could set a precedent for the relationship between education and social media. This is a significant move, marking a stand against the potential harms of prolonged social media use. But what evidence supports these claims, and are there any objections? Well, several studies have been conducted on the potential negative impacts of prolonged social media use, particularly on young people. These studies suggest that extensive use of these platforms can lead to anxiety and depression. This is not a minor concern, given the fact that many of today's youth spend a substantial part of their day on these platforms. Moreover, this concern isn't just limited to researchers. High-ranking officials are also voicing their apprehensions. One such individual is the U.S. Surgeon General, Vivek Murthy, who has publicly expressed his concerns about the harmful effects of social media on youth mental health. His views echo the sentiments of those who believe that these platforms can be detrimental to the overall well-being of young people. However, the story doesn't end here. The platforms themselves have something to say in their defense. Snap Inc., for instance, has markedly defended Snapchat's design. They argue that the platform is intentionally designed to promote positive connections among users. The company implies that its platform is not just about mindless scrolling, but about fostering meaningful relationships among its users. Ontario Premier Doug Ford also voiced his disagreement with the legal action of the school boards, urging a focus on core educational values. This suggests a counter-argument that responsibility for managing social media use could lie elsewhere, perhaps with educators or parents. So, while studies and experts indicate potential harm, the platforms themselves argue for their positive impacts. But not everyone agrees with the school board's action. Let's hear a different perspective. In the midst of all this, Ontario Premier Doug Ford stands on the other side of the fence. He has expressed his disagreement with the school board's decision to take legal action against these social media giants. Instead of focusing on the perceived negative impacts of social media on students, Ford urges a shift of attention. He emphasizes the importance of core educational values, like math and reading. In his view, the primary focus should be on enhancing the educational experience, ensuring students excel in foundational subjects. He believes that this could potentially have a more significant and positive impact on students' overall development and mental health than eliminating or reducing their social media usage. Ford's stance brings a different angle to this debate, underscoring the importance of maintaining a balanced perspective. It's not just about limiting exposure to potential harm, but also about actively fostering an environment conducive to learning and growth. Clearly, this is a multifaceted issue with strong opinions on both sides. So what are the possible implications of this lawsuit, and how have people reacted? Well, if the Canadian school boards win their case, it could potentially alter the landscape of social media usage, particularly among young people. This lawsuit could lead to tighter regulations and policies, making social media giants more accountable for their platforms' impacts on users, particularly the youth. The public reaction has been mixed. Some applaud the school boards for taking a stand against the perceived negative impacts of social media on students. Others, however, argue that it's an overreach, suggesting that education about responsible social media use may be a more viable approach. Educators, too, are divided. While some see this as a necessary step towards protecting students' mental health and education, others worry about the precedent it might set, possibly leading to further restrictions on technology and education. And the students, well, their reactions are as diverse as they are. Some are concerned about the potential loss of their online spaces, while others welcome the idea of less social media pressure. Regardless of the outcome, this lawsuit brings important conversations about social media and education to the forefront. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share and subscribe, and also share your views on this new development. See you on the next video.